A boon to the blind, guide dogs to lead them, their substitute eyes. This is South Africa's 100th artificially inseminated litter. Health safety here, a priority.
What we're doing is covering any risk of bringing any infection into puppy block. So you're being disinfected literally from head to toe.
You can go a little bit up your wrists as well.
And this is perhaps proof that here they leave nothing to chance, following strict hygiene protocol.
Okay, you're good to...
Inside, cuteness overload. And they're just over 3 weeks old.
We collaborate with a lot of the guide dog schools overseas, and they send us semen from some of their dogs overseas just to expand our breeding pool a little. So we breed our own dogs just to make sure we're breeding for the right sort of temperament, a very high work drive, and also to make sure that we're breeding out any potential health problems that these breeds are predisposed to.
There's 3 females and 5 male pups. Their mother, Petra, just 2 years old, is a yellow Labrador born during lockdown.
She's a maiden brood, which means this is her first litter. And the dad to this litter is actually also one of our own dogs, as opposed to one from one of the international guide dog schools. His name is Murray, and he was bred here at South African Guide Dogs Association. And it was, so we collected semen from him and then again used artificial insemination on Petra.
The centre aims to breed about 100 puppies a year. Out of the 100 litters born since 2014, 98 have been successfully raised. South Africa is the only country on the continent that runs this program, and it isn't cheap.
Per puppy, it costs us about 300,000 Rand from the breeding all the way through the training process to get them to the point where they're ready to work. So it is a costly process per puppy to get them through to working dogs. And in terms of potential complications that can happen in the breeding program, we select our broods very, very carefully for our breeding program. We pick from our own dogs, so we've gotten to know them as puppies, and we then test them for temperament and also for any potential health problem.
And even perfect families have that notorious sibling rivalry.
Starting to use their teeth and interact with their siblings and find their voices.
A training centre to gear up for a larger purpose.
Our dogs that we breed here will go into one of 3 training routes down the line when they're a little bit older. So we train guide dogs for people with visual impairments. We train service dogs for people with physical impairments. And then we also breed autism support dogs for children who are on the autism spectrum.
The 101st insemination was done recently, and a litter is expected later this month. In more ways than one, a sight to behold.
And this is definitely what love looks like. Patricia Fasachi, SABC News in Sandton.